Most people think starting a service business means grinding 12 hours a day, chasing clients, and doing all of the client work yourself. But there's a new model called drop servicing, where you can make $20,000 to $50,000 a month from home, working just 10 to 15 hours a week while outsourcing the entire service delivery. In this video, I'll show you 3 different types of service-based businesses that work perfect for drop servicing, and I'll give you 3 quick start tips at the end if you want to launch your own. So let's get into it. So why drop servicing, and why is this business model absolutely printing money? So I'll show you a couple examples. This first is a dashboard from a company called Mary & Mop, which is actually my mom's business. And if you're new around here, I started a drop servicing business for my mother, Mary, who actually just turned 67 on the 5th. She's been running this business for going on 4 years now and just cracked her first $40,000 month. She did 35% profit margins on this revenue. So she's making more money than she ever has in her life and absolutely killing it. Doesn't do any cleaning herself. And this business specifically is in the house cleaning industry. Another one is Jeff, who did $13,000 with this business model in a pretty new business, also in the house cleaning industry. Did $13K in April. We're recording this on May 11th, and he's already $12,000 into May. So he's going to crush that $13K number. He'll probably end around 15, 16. It's another reason I love this business, which I'm going to talk about later. But another guy crushing it in house cleaning. We've got another one here. I had to blur this name because she didn't want to be shown, but this person is in Arizona and has run the business for only a year and hit her first $50,000 month and has grown every single month since she launched this business, and her margins are at 40%. So she's doing about $20,000 in take-home net profit on that $50,000 while doing zero cleaning herself. So why does this work, right? Why is this such a good business model? Why should you pick it over other business models? Good question, you might be wondering. Let me make this one black. So house cleaning is always in demand regardless of AI, regardless of technology. They're not building robots to clean houses, unlike most industries where ChatGPT is coming in and making a lot of jobs and a lot of businesses obsolete. For example, in Home Service Academy, my main business, I am replacing tons of functions with AI. House cleaning will never deal with that because humans will always be needed to clean houses. They're not building robots, or at least making them cheap enough to do it effectively in our lifetime, right? It's really pretty expensive. The residential cleaning services is growing at a 5.9% CAGR, which just means compound annual growth rate. Every year it's growing at about 6%, right? And it's already a $37.8 billion market. At least that's what it's expected to reach by 2029. Okay, so cleaning isn't going anywhere, right? I like to start businesses in what I call Lindy industries that have been around for a long time, right? An example right now, you see clipping taking off, right? Oh, let me go chop up somebody's content, make a bunch of accounts, post it, right? That's a brand new thing. And sure, maybe there's an opportunity there, but why would I take that risk if I want to build something that is going to last for a really long time? I'm going to pick an industry that's been around. People have continued to drink cups of coffee since who knows when, right? Centuries upon centuries, okay? It's been around for a long time. And when something's been around for such a long period of time, you can expect it to be around for a very long period of time. Cleaning is one of those industries. Okay, reason number 2, your competition is in the Stone Age when it comes to marketing, okay? I always challenge people in your local area, call 10 cleaning businesses, call 10 mobile detailing businesses, call 10, any home service business for that matter. Call 10 of them. 8 of them are not going to answer their phones, and this is especially true in cleaning because this business model, or this industry specifically, is a low barrier to entry business, meaning it's not hard for a lot of these people to start these companies. Because of that, you're going to get a lot of people who come in just because like, oh yeah, I can go clean houses myself and make, $40, $50 an hour, which is fine, but they don't care about their marketing. They don't care about the recruiting. The only things they really care about are showing up, doing the job, and getting paid, and that's about it. And they put zero effort into crafting an offer that's compelling to the market, making their website look good, making sure their SEO is optimized, getting reviews, building their reputation, et cetera, which creates an opportunity for you, someone who's maybe a little savvy, or not even savvy for that matter, but just cares enough to put any amount of effort into growing this business, because if you put in even a little bit of effort, you're going to outcompete a lot of people in your market simply from the fact that they just don't care, and they are in the Stone Age when it comes to marketing and recruiting, because this is largely actually recruiting-based business. If you just do a good job at the recruiting, then you shouldn't have much problem growing the business. And so I always like to tell people this because people are like, oh, it's oversaturated, this and that. I'm like, yeah, is there a lot of cleaning companies? Well, 1, yes, because there's a lot of demand, but 2, most of them suck. Most of them just suck, okay? So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3 is when you build this business the correct way, this is the closest thing you can get to a software business. Why do people love software businesses? Because of this thing called MRR, monthly recurring revenue. Cleaning is great because once a house gets dirty, it will get dirty again, right? Or if you're doing this in, say, mobile detailing, once a car gets dirty, guess what? It's going to get dirty again. And what happens? You do a good job the first time. Now your customers want weekly service. They want bi-weekly service. They want monthly service. And so when I say this is the closest thing you can get to a software business, it really is, because if you just do a good job the first service, you will walk into more revenue every single month. Let's say you do $10,000 worth of business your first month, you convert 30% of those customers to be recurring. Well, you just went from 0 to 10,000, but then you started your second month at $3,000 in revenue. So if you just did $10,000 again and converted 30%, well, now you stacked it to 6,000, and so on and so forth. And you see how simple math can get you to a $100,000 a month business simply from just converting a small percentage of your customers to recurring and then doing a good job, right? So this is one of the easiest businesses you can actually grow because of that recurring component, and it's the closest one to a software business you can get. Reason number 4, there are a ton of cleaners that need and want the work. The average W-2 house cleaner in the United States makes $16 an hour. The average cleaner for a remote cleaning business or a drop servicing business makes anywhere from $25 to $35 an hour. And yes, sure, they're paying for their own equipment, they're paying for their own gas, but you still net out a lot more working as a contractor. And believe it or not, there's people who just want to show up, clean the house, not have to worry about the marketing, the sales, the customer communication, all the operations that go into running a business. And they just want someone to say, hey, show up at this time and this day, this week, this is your schedule, and go make your $25, $35 an hour plus tip. Okay. And there are over 770,000 cleaners all over the United States you can choose from, and this number continues to grow. If you don't believe me, there are 771,000 maids and house keeping cleaners in the U.S., right? Okay. So I'm not BSing you. Last but not least, reason number 5 is this business has real enterprise value. What is enterprise value? Enterprise value means how much is your company actually worth to somebody who wants to buy it, whether that be private equity, whether that be a strategic buyer, whether that be somebody who's searching for a business, because that's really popular nowadays. Why this has enterprise value is because you're starting the company with leverage from day one. And when I say you're starting the company with leverage, I mean you're not going out and doing the work yourself, which in itself isn't really valuable. That's building yourself a job. When you hire the contractors from day one to go out and do the work for you, you're deploying human leverage, right? Labor. Okay, you're not building the relationships yourself with these clients. You're having cleaners do it from day one, which if you keep your cleaners for a really long time, that becomes valuable to someone else, because someone else can look at this business and say, wow, it runs without the owner. And you're building this business from day one in a way that runs without you, right? And especially as you get to $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, you're going to get people to answer the phones for you. You're going to get people to do the recruiting for you, handle the marketing, basically run the whole business. So you're just making sure they're doing what they need to do, and then maybe you're turning some dials on the marketing, or maybe you're getting your hand in recruiting here and there. But it has real enterprise value, meaning if you wanted to go sell this business, you can get 2 to 3 times the profit for this business once you get to that $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 a month, so long that you're at that 30, 40% net profit margin. A couple cool examples I wanted to throw in here too for you guys. Include a couple screenshots here to show the activity of these are private equity-backed companies that are rolling up tons of different cleaning companies. And you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 15 different examples of massive private equity-backed companies that are buying different niches within cleaning. I'll go deeper on one of them. This is a company called Kept Companies. They've done over 130 acquisitions of different niche cleaning companies, and you can see these are some of their service offerings: parking lot services, facility services, right? Fleet washing, okay, which is just mobile detailing, shopping cart cleaning and maintenance, right? Solar panel cleaning, hood cleaning. House cleaning would fall under facility services, but disinfecting, right? You get the point. This company does hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue, okay? So this is just how big these businesses can get. Okay, what are some industries that this actually works in? So I've already been talking a lot about house cleaning, and that is industry number 1, which is house cleaning, okay? I'm a big fan of black and white businesses, okay? Do I need my house cleaned? Yes or no? Am I going to search for house cleaning? Yes. Right? When I compare this to something like drop shipping, well, am I going to be like, do I need a fidget spinner? Probably not. And even if I do need a fidget spinner, I'm going to buy one for like $5, and then I'm going to get it, and I'm probably going to use it one time and never use it again. House cleaning is recurring, right? This is a consumable service. You need it all the time on a recurring basis, whereas lots of stuff in drop shipping, you buy it one time. If you're lucky to find a buyer and you pick a good product that has demand, and then you get your customer, and then cool, that's it. And then you got to go find another customer. It's very stressful. You start from zero. Something like house cleaning works really well because it's recurring, right? This business, which is my mom's Mary & Mop, did $40,000 in April. Let's see what we're on pace for May. I actually haven't even looked to see how my mom is doing, which this video is filmed on Mother's Day, and it feels really good to look at this business. And for Mother's Day, I got my mom a cash flowing business, right? Pretty freaking cool. So let's switch this to May. Supply. We're already at 28.6 on the month. Okay. We're going to crush the $40,000 number. We have 3 weeks still to sell services to people. Okay. We're at 3 weeks left, almost $30,000 in revenue. This is why I love house cleaning. Okay. People are going to search for house cleaning in Las Vegas, let's say. Oh my gosh, I'm probably going to call one of these companies, or I'm going to go to MatPack and I'm going to call one of these companies. And this company right here is run by a guy named Akira, barely speaks English, he's Japanese. He just hit $50,000. This is an HSA client, by the way, unplanned. And I just found out that he hit the MatPack while filming this video, which this is free real estate on the internet, by the way, right? So someone searches house cleaning in my area, right? I'm in Las Vegas. Someone searches house cleaning. Oh, wow. I'm probably going to call this because they have 369 5-star reviews and they show up first. Okay. Look for businesses that already have demand, not something where you're reinventing the wheel compared to something like drop shipping, right? And then you got to wait 3 weeks to get the product anyways. Terrible business model. Start a recurring service-based business. Oh, and by the way, in house cleaning, my mom did 35% profit on that 40 grand. So she didn't do any cleaning herself. And I'm doing math right now. On that 40 grand, she made $14,000 of cash flow. Pretty dang good for running a business, not doing any cleaning herself, making 14 grand, and knowing that this is going to continue to grow because it's a recurring based business. On top of that, someone will buy this business for a multiple of the profit if we ever wanted to sell it. So when we get it to $1 million and we're doing 350 grand a year in cash flow, we can turn around and sell that for close to probably $1 million. Pretty freaking cool. By the way, we've worked with over 3,000 cleaning companies all over the US and Canada to help them build this business from scratch, just like a franchise would, except instead of a franchise, you get all the upside of a franchise and none of the downside. We don't take royalties. There's no outrageous franchise fees. You don't have to use our branding, and you're not locked into any crazy contracts. And this is completely one-on-one. We don't do any courses or anything like that. We will hold your hand, help you build this business, and we have a $10,000 90-day guarantee to back it. That's backed by data. We deliver results. You can check that out in the link in the description below, along with the training on how Home Service Academy works, so you can get your cleaning business up and running in 90 days or less. Again, link in the description for that. Okay, next one this works really well in is window cleaning, because I've actually done this myself. I'll do something very similar here. I'll type in window cleaning Orange County, because the business I built is in Orange County. We're not running ads right now, but wow, what do you see? Orange window cleaning is at the top of the MatPack. If I'm a homeowner in Orange County and I search for this and I say, I need window cleaning, who am I going to call? I'm going to call the company that's at the top of the MatPack. It has 312 5-star reviews. Like you see me and Sergio right there. Look at us back in the day. That's back in our heyday. But again, this business, 30 to 40% net margins, doing no window cleaning ourselves. You can start this with $300, and as long as you focus on building reputation in your area, aka getting reviews on things like Google Business Profile and Yelp, you can expect people are going to call you and they're going to pay top dollar for service because you have the reputation to back it. And when you compare this business to something like, hey, let me go start a marketing agency. Okay, well, you want to talk about saturation and competition. You're competing against the best marketers in the world who want clients. And then you're going to have to hopefully find a business that is willing to pay you $2 grand, $3 grand, $4 grand, $5 grand a month, right? Not to say you can't do it. You absolutely can do it. But you're competing against the whole internet, because I can go work with a company who's in Texas, even though I'm in Vegas. If I'm in window cleaning, I'm just competing against my local area. So if I'm looking up window cleaning Orange County and I'm seeing all these people with no reviews, I'm like, okay, that's an easy win for me. I just have to build a better reputation and get more reviews, which there's easy ways to do that. I can come into the market, crush my competition simply from the fact that they are in the stone age when it comes to marketing, whereas something like a marketing agency or an online service business, you're competing against the best marketers in the world. If you're someone, especially if you're someone who's a little more tech savvy, or maybe you have a marketing skill set, why not come into a local service business where there's already proven demand, people looking for your service, and utilize that skill set to crush them, because you can run circles around them when it comes to marketing and recruiting. Not only that, but you're also fighting for that retainer every single month. You have to continue to do great service every single month and resell the people and working with you. Whereas window cleaning, you clean the glass, 3 to 6 months later, that glass gets dirty again. Who are they going to call? They're going to call the person they know, like, and trust, which is going to be you, because it's not that hard to clean windows. Then you can upsell them gutter cleaning or Christmas lights during the winter or pressure washing, house washing, right? You get the point. Okay, and last but not least, another one of my favorite businesses is mobile detailing. So mobile detailing is cool because it's very similar to the other two, right? I look for consumable services, right? You're driving your car around, it gets dirty, you get it washed, you get it detailed, it's going to get dirty again. Very easy. There's tons of people who detail out there, so that means that there's a lot of contractors out there I can leverage to go do the work for me. A great example is a client of ours who does $500K a year, again, 30 to 40% net, doesn't do any mobile detailing himself, uses contractors, and it's Sin City Mobile Detailing. We got to help him out a little bit on getting his ranking up, but you can see right here, he's on the map pack. He's not ranked in the top 3, but he's on the map pack. I think he's like 5 right now, so easy lift. But if I click into his website, it's very simple. Boom. I look at the pricing. I'm like, oh, cool. I got a small SUV. I want to make it look like new again. $699. Click to call. Bang. Done. It's booked. When you compare this to something like an e-commerce business, which seems to be extremely sexy right now, you're having to spend money on materials and product, and then you're hoping you order enough and you can forecast enough to actually be able to sell the product. And if you don't, then you're just going to be stuck with a ton of product that you spend a bunch of money for that you can't make your money back on. Like, why are people overcomplicating business? Like, look for a business that's very simple and straightforward. Somebody's going to need their car detailed, right? It is a need, a proven industry. They call, right? They call Sin City Mobile Detailing, let's say, as an example. They call them, get their car cleaned, boom, they're happy. You get paid same day. You're not waiting for payments to come in, and then you're not having to take that money that you just made, go buy, reinvest in a product. You can just take the cash out of the business, because once you pay whatever your advertising fee is, you're paying your customer acquisition cost. Everything after that is profit for you. Stop overcomplicating it. You don't need to go reinvent the wheel, build the next crazy big consumer products business. If you want to make $5-10 grand a month, start a simple service-based business. Mobile detailing is a great example of this. Now, the 3 quick tips I have for you if you want to start this business yourself is all you need to get started is a software to store your data, something like Booking Koala, which my mom uses and all of her 3,000 plus clients use. I'll put the link in the description below. You just need to be able to do that. This is going to allow you to take payments, right? Then you need to find contractors, which I can do by, if I'm in Las Vegas and launching in Las Vegas, I'm going to go to MapPack. I'm going to go to like the 2nd, 3rd page. I'm going to find all these companies down here that don't have reviews or don't really market. I'm going to call them and say, hey, do you want more work? Most of them are going to say yes. And then you can sell them on working for your company. You can also utilize Facebook groups. So if I were to go to, say, Your Belinda Buzz, which in Orange County we used to market like crazy in this group, but I'm just going to look up house cleaning, looking for a house cleaning crew who's good at deep cleaning vacant house. I'm going to call all these people right here, because these are the people that aren't going to be on MapPack, and they're just going to be 1 or 2 person cleaners. I'm going to call them, and they're probably underpricing their services, and call these people so they can work for my company. And then last but not least, I need to get leads. So all I'm going to do is go to Google Local Service Ads right here. Or if you're on the West Coast, Yelp works really well too, but this is Google Local Service Ads. So you got to think, if I'm searching house cleaning Vegas or wherever I'm at, and I need services, and you're advertising here, I'm going to call this company. Like, they have 926 reviews for a reason. I'm sure they're just ripping it on here, right? So sign up for that. You just need leads, a cleaner, and a place to take payment. Facebook groups to find your cleaners, and then local service ads to get the leads. That's it. And if you have questions about pricing, you can check out this complete video right here where I go end to end how to start and scale a cleaning business. This is not this video though, so if you want that, you can check that out or click the link in the description below. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you want to see next. Hit the notification bell, subscribe, like, run it up. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.